Hello my friends, in today's episode on Grainificent, I will be showing you how to use the KODAK Retinette 1B film camera. All the buttons, all the functions, how to set everything, you'll find that out in this video. If you like these videos, a subscribe would mean a lot to me. It shows me I make helpful and interesting content. So enjoy the video. So we have our KODAK Retinette 1B. It will be very similar in other models. So let's start from the top here. We got a lever here. That's just for our information basically. You set what type of film we have. And on that lever, on the inside portion here, we have a little tiny dot. I don't know if we could see that. Barely. We turn that dot to the type of film we have inserted there. As you see now, it's over here, the dot. And you set it to the type of film you have inside. It's just for your own information. This mark is black and white film. This is color with a light bulb. That means it's color film tungsten balanced. And on the opposite side we have a little sun. That's color daylight balanced film. So you know what type of film you have inserted here. Over here, of course, we got the hot shoe. Here we got the release button. And over here we got the frame counter. The frame counter only moves counterclockwise. So when you insert the film, you set the number to the amount of frames you have on the film. Because when you advance the shutter, it counts backwards. It counts down the amount of film you have left. Here we got the view window. Of course, you don't see through the lens, you see over the lens. So you have to keep that in mind when framing. And here we got the flash sync. If you're not using a hot shoe, just the cable flash. This is the PC port. And this is a light meter right here. As you see in the viewfinder, when you change the settings on the lens, the needle moves left to right, and the perfect exposure is technically at the very center. On the retinettes, we got the advanced lever underneath the camera. So when we take a photo, we advance the photo, the lever underneath here. And my lever recently broke and doesn't want to return too much by itself, but with a little help it always works. And so this button here is the film rewind button. You press it in to rewind the film. This is the thread to mount it on a tripod or anything. It's a little weird location because it's off center, so gotta be careful with that. And this button over here serves to open up the rear doors. As you see, how to load and unload film we have in another video that you could find mentioned in the description below. And so how we set exposure on this camera, we have everything on the lens around here. The very bottom knob here, this one, and this one, they're the same ones, just from two sides you can regulate that. That is your aperture. As you see here it goes. This one goes from 2.8 to f22. So this is your aperture. In red, over the aperture, we have the ISO settings. To set the ISO, we need to press in this top black button over here. We got on the opposite side, we got the film speed in the DIN format, and on the opposite side we got in the ASA format. With one finger pressing it in, we move the top plate of the lens, and there's a little red dot over here, and at the DIN side as well there's a little dot to indicate what setting you have set. So once again, you press in the button and you move the dot to the chosen film speed. And it locks into place. So without pressing in this, you have on the top here your shutter speeds. Without pressing in this black lever, you move the same part to choose your speed. We got from bulb, that it keeps the shutter open. We got 1/15 of a second, all the way up to 5/100ths of a second. And on the front, inside the lens here, this part is for your focusing. As you see, you got your depth of field scale on the outside part. So if you have set your aperture to f/22, on the outside you could read f/22 is from here to here. Basically, this whole range will be in focus. So if you set your f/22 at infinity here, you will have everything in focus from about 3.3 feet or 1 meter to infinity. You will have everything in focus with this lens at f/22. That's of course a very closed down lens, so you need to work on this scale, but you have little pictures on here as well. You not only have distances marked on here, but as well you got a face here to show you something for portraits. If you only got a face, shoulders and head in your frame, you got people marked here if you want to take a group photo in your frame, and you got mountains over here if you want to take landscape photography with this. And so this is a 45mm f2.8 lens, and so that's all we need to know about this camera. So happy shooting! So that, my friends, was how to use the KODAK Retinette 1B film camera. If you liked this video and you enjoy watching videos like these, a subscribe would mean a lot to me. It shows me I make helpful and interesting content. So thank you for watching, my friends. Take care and see you in the next video.